Hey folks, welcome back to Let's Play StarCraft 2, Trade Routes Cloud Nebula. I'm the mysterious JG. Starflight 2. God damn it, JG. Sharp-eyed viewers might have noticed that the star date up there has changed. That's because I decided to leave the game running in the hopes that it would cycle over to Arla cycle, but then I forgot about it. I'm not sure how long it's been running. I don't even know if my crew has apparently been on shore leave on the Humna Humna world. I don't know if it's been for a couple of days or for like months, but at any rate, it's actually still the neg cycle. So we're going to take off out of here. Damn, I have this thing turned up awfully loud. Sorry, folks. We're going to cycle on out of here, and we're going to start investigating some of the plot stuff that I promised we would investigate in the last video, and we never really investigated. And when we get to stop Arla time, we might head back over to Arla territory and try to buy a psychic probe from them, and also the dream grids we need to sell to somebody to get something else, and I forget exactly what we needed to do. But we're going to go ahead and make our way to some coordinates we got from both the Spemen and the Arla, the coordinates of the Elthar-Esh spaceship, which the Spemen claimed to have destroyed in a great space battle, but we know they didn't. They're just making it up, folks. They found it, plundered it for the technology that they now have. At least I think so. They might have gotten the technology somewhere else, but... So we're not expecting that finding this ship is going to give us, like, awesome super technology, but it should give us some clues as to what's going on. And as I say this, in the interest of full disclosure, I actually tried to record this video earlier, and I got interrupted during it. And it's just as well, because the video had not really gone that great. I encountered the Elthar-Esh. We didn't get any kind of item from it, and I wasn't sure if we were supposed to. So, just because I couldn't think of anything else to do, I blew up the ship so we could try to search the wreckage, and there was nothing, and I felt like a jerk for blowing up the ship, so it's probably just as well that I lost that video. But for the meantime, we're going to pretend that all this is new for me, because it is new for you. And we're going to scan what is presumably, if it's at these coordinates, the Elthar-Esh. And that's not a ship design I recognize. It's 0.8 size, the size of our ship. There are no life signs. There is no civilization detected, although that's not how that would work anyway. Friendly hail. We come in peace and bring greetings from the planet Earth. Please respond. I don't know why I'm hailing it. This is a recorded transmission. To whomever may encounter our remains, this is Captain Thra of the Lowarian vessel the Elthar-Esh. This shall be my final entry and will transmit continually as our tragic epitaph. It goes faster if you make statements to them. Even though we know they're not there, I hope that we can become friends. Many sentient species believe in a greater causality in the universe. While ours is not one of them, I now can hardly deny that there must exist some governing force with the cruelest sense of humor. Apparently they're not real happy with how they ended up. What else could possibly explain our circumstance? The irony of it is too much to bear. I can only hope that such an entity exists, for then at least something out there will appreciate this good joke. It's actually a grand joke, but at the grand line. But anyway, good joke. Where so many others have failed, we have solved the riddle of the halls of memory and the Legic technology. We have survived battles with the Ganuk, the Umanyu, and the Ulek. The Ulek? We have passed through the singularity and returned. Okay, they went through the singularity and returned. We figured they would have done that, but they fought the Ulek. We haven't seen the Ulek. Now finally, with salvation in hand, here we sit, halfway home and out of fuel. For just a few cubic meters of shinium, I would gladly trade my life. Well, I will waste no more words on wishing. Now all I can do is wait, and hope that if a joke is being played, it has not yet been played out. I hope someday we can look upon each other and say, brother. And that is the final, and I forget. Well, I don't forget, I didn't get to see it, but I'm pretty sure it doesn't tell you anything specific to do. So here's a fun thing that you can try to do. You can, when I tried to blow it up, I found out that if you attack it, lasers. Your lasers are deflected. It has some kind of reflective armor. But if you back out and get a little farther away, you can blow it up with a missile, and that doesn't really help you. So we're not going to do that, because that would be a dick move. A move that would be executed by the dicks. Okay, so what did we learn there? Well, we kind of knew that the Lowarian ship got wrecked. We didn't know that it just ran out of fuel, which is kind of a sad way to go, considering that it was, from what we know, it was on some kind of quest to save its people by gathering ancient legic technology to save them from the Umanyu, and it ran out of fuel and wrecked. Game is making a lot of poppity noises. 173, 164. We're going to take that, we're going to take a flux to the other side of the Cloud Nebula, because now we've been to the Elthar-Esh. It sort of didn't tell us much we hadn't heard elsewhere. But we have some other coordinates that we got from Gorzek to check out, and one of them is Elthar-Esh, which is a planet, a research world. And if I remember correctly, we got some information from the Humna Humna regarding this research world. And even the youngest Humna Humna can trade Vada. Often we will, whatever. People will trade for devices, aid them in dealings. 2 types of scanners, and he tells us where to buy them. The quickest, best way to make a crazy tiny loop plant creature happy. Look in the approximate location, 158, 183. It's Bemflunk. I thought the Humna Humna told us something more about the, didn't they tell us something about, where to search this planet? Huh. I thought we got more than that at the Dweenle. So maybe we are the Humna Humna. Maybe we need to talk more to the Humna Humna. Why don't you go to Elthar-Esh and ask the Lowar there who's... You probably wanted us to tell you all about the ancient legic since we used to know them well. Why don't you go to Elthar-Esh and ask the Lowar there who studied them? Oh, right, I forgot they're all dead. Okay. I guess I'm going to have to do some more chatting with some kind of aliens. So who do we want to talk to? We know how to get to Elthar-Esh, but I thought we had a clue on what to do once we got there, and now I'm not finding it. So we could go talk to the Dweenle and try to find out. The Dweenle won't tell us anything useful until we do something plot-wise, but right now we don't even have any information on what to do plot-wise to get the Dweenle to just frickin' cheer up. So we could go talk to the Ganuk, who we haven't talked to much, or the Humna Humna, because I think it's the Humna Humna who are supposed to give us a clue about what to do on Try to get very specific coordinates here. 183, 153. Keeping an eye open for fluxes so we don't go into the wrong one. That takes us down to here, where if we go into a flux at 182, 137, we should, or we're about to get attacked by either the Umanu or probably the Nug. I don't know who it was, but they attacked us anyway. And this should have dropped us, no, not where I wanted to go, because we didn't go over far enough outward before. Whoa, I didn't even move that time. We sort of got dropped back onto that didn't work out quite the way I wanted it to. Where am I? Here. I'm trying to get to this one down at like the bottom of all this mess. That should take us close to the Ganuk. I hope. Well, it doesn't really seem to have done that. Maybe I have to go even farther down spin once I get to these. Well, where the hell am I now? Over here. Ah, this is close enough. The Ganuk are down here somewhere, aren't they? Yeah. We'll go talk to the Ganuk. We didn't really get much information out of them. I was hoping we could go to Elthar-Esh and find something, but worth looking at. But we didn't actually get the didn't actually get any kind of clues on where to search on that planet. Now, traveling like this is kind of bad news because it increases the cost, fuel cost of motion. So I just want to hurry up and get to. We can get on down to the Ganuk homeworld and just be sure of finding them instead of dancing around hoping we run into them when the motion is detected somewhere nearby. That'll make me happy. Alright, so they are that orange star, which is 159.30. Now we're allowed to attack them, blow them up, collect more Endorium, and sell it back to them. That's considered a valid way to make money. Okay, got a little farther to go. And it's a good way to get Cobalt to run their stuff. Yeah, we left your doctor at home, but we're still, this is Captain Seymour Guado with the powerful starship ISS Blue Dragon. You cooperate and identify yourself speedily or be annihilated. I'm sort of halfway between Zhenghe and what I meant to do. Hail received and acknowledged Ganuk warship ISS Blue Dragon. In Ganuk fashion, I now demand your surrender. You will, of course, be destroyed if you do not comply at once. Yes, well, formalities aside, greetings, Ganuk brothers. Ask them about other beings. We require information. All species fall naturally into one of three categories: Ganoon, Ganuk, or Ganash, depending on their relative survivability. Other types of distinctions are trivial and unimportant. While we Ganuk have compassion for weaker Ganoon species, we generally do not lower ourselves to speak with them. There is one race of spacefaring Ganoon which we have an exceptional amount of compassion for. As often as we can, we go out of our way to attack them. These are the Dweenle, a species that has managed to survive somehow despite their great weakness. The Dweenle are extremely fond of the berries on a planet that grows on the 5th planet in a system in the Arrow constellation, just downspin and outward from our home planet of Grenache. Okay, so Arrow constellation, 5th planet. Okay, that could be useful to know. One race in the sector which we have been attempting to help is not too far from becoming Ganuk or Ganesh. They are the Negrar. In spite of their strange energy cloud and their Lowarian reflective armor, they are yet too weak. Okay, so they got reflective armor from the Lowar. We now depart to seek more Ganoon in need of our help. You leave without my permission, I will destroy you. I will destroy you! Enemies everywhere! Hold the line! I will not destroy them, but I thought about it. I don't particularly feel the need to trade with the Ganuk right now. Matter of fact, I'm going to get out of their space. I'm going to drop my shields and disarm to save fuel. And I'm going to check the map, and they said downspin and coreward of Ganesh is the arrow cluster. Well, that would be this. That's downspin coreward, and it looks like an arrow. So let's get down here and look for the 5th planet of one of these systems should have biodensity, and they would have the berries that the Dweenle like, and maybe the Dweenle will actually tell us something. In the meantime, there's some Humna Humna trade worlds that we might want to visit while we're in the downspin section of the cosmos here. I'm Cosmo. Cosmo is one of the Transformers, if you don't remember, from you know, your 80s cartoons. He has a Russian accent. Okay. We'll start with 133.7. This place doesn't have 5 planets, so I'd say it's out of contention. How about this system? Does it have enough planets? Yes, it does. Planet 1 is molten. Planet 2 is biodensity 0, 0, 0, 100. This is probably at Planet 5, 100. Okay. So it's one of these 2 blue ones, but let's see, 1 orbit. This is probably it here. It's been taken over by the Dweenle, oh my god. Hostile Dweenle forces. Nitrogen, oxygen, water. Arctic to calm, very thin atmosphere. I believe we can recommend this one for colonization, folks. And because I remember what these things are called, I'm going to call this planet Nidberry. And we are going to land on the surface, and we are going to try to find Nidberries. Because if we give them to the Dweenle, something might actually happen useful with the Dweenle. I shouldn't be saying that. I'm pretending this is blind, so I should be saying, hey, let's get this and sell it to the Dweenle, and be surprised when it actually has more of a plot function. But indeed, we do want to come here and... What is this? Very tall, tree-like life form. It has a tall, straight trunk that is covered with a thick, soft white fur. Hanging from some of the branches are long fur covered cylindrical troop. I don't know. We'll find out if it's a Nidberry when we actually go over to pick it. It's a fir tree. And a partridge in a fir tree. Sorry, I had to adjust my headset there. Okay, so fir tree. It's bit of cheating, but I remember the name of the plant that actually is the one they want. That's not the fir tree. What are you? You're a hive plant. Oh, hive plant is under attack. Single leaf. Oh, this is just messing with you. This whole planet is filled with different plants. So you don't know which ones it is that the Dweenle want. I think the Dweenle tell you the name of the planet if you talk to them enough, but I just hadn't talked to them. I didn't really feel like going up there until I actually had what they're looking for. These are not the plants you're looking for. They seem to be fairly rare. Popberry plants. Damn it. Small, strange bush with numerous leaves. Every leaf on this bush is a different size, shape, and color from every other leaf. Some are small and dark, others are big and shiny, some are separated, some are round, and so on. Each one is from a completely different planet. In addition to the various branches, the plants seem to have been covered with all different kinds of bark. At the top of this tree extends a bark with 3 juicy purple berries on it. Okay, that would be it. I thought it was perhaps a hot fungus. I thought that this fungus was among us. As far as I know, getting more than one doesn't help you. Because whatever you've got in your hold when you encounter the Dweenle, you just turn the whole thing over to them. And then they start telling you more information than you would have gotten out of them before. Now, if you need to get information out of them again, I think you need to make another trip down here to get Nidberries, so... Man, you know, they're complaining we don't like them. We just made a trip across the frickin' galaxy to pick them some frickin' berries. Are we migrant workers? Don't answer that. Freaking migrant workers stealing our jobs. Damn it, I don't want to be out there picking berries for no money whatsoever. They took our jobs. Don't know if there's any reason to go here. Well, while we're out and about, let's go visit these Humna Humna trade worlds where they told us there's cool stuff to be purchased, because I believe they were both downspin. Okay. Okay. Oh, and we could go talk to the Cur again, actually. 216.45 and 237.88. Let's look at 216.45 first. 216.45. Yeah, let's avoid the Ganuk. 216.45. We should be able to get up and talk to the Arla before they go out of their Arla phase. We're going to burn through a lot of fuel running around like this. Maybe I should be checking the star map and seeing if there's any kind of way to take a shortcut. Not really. Certainly not that we know about, but this is where we've got to get to encounter the Humna Humna. The ones that we want to talk to, at least. There's an entire alien species I haven't visited yet. Maybe, you know, before it's over, or when I figured out how to win the game, I might just break out the hint book and figure out exactly where all the alien species are so we can visit them once. We visited all the space-faring species, barring anything that might pop up when we travel into the past through the wormhole vortex whatever thing later on. And I want to talk to the Humna Humna anyway. This may be them, it may be the Ganuk. If they're the Ganuk, they probably will attack because I have my shields down, so I'm betraying their rules of Ganuk by being prepared for combat at all times. It's not them though, it's the Humna Humna. They might still be pissed that we tried to buy on credit from them before. Greetings, we come in peace and wish to communicate. Please identify yourselves. Undoubtedly you have heard of the Humna Humna, which we happen to be coincidentally. I am Captain Person Ambassador Trader Agrush, and this is prestigious vessel to which I refer when I say this prestigious vessel is the highly renowned and most certainly esteemed. I now respond to your hail with considerable savoir-faire. Let's ask them about the past. See if they will tell us anything useful about Elthar-Esh, or Elthar-Esh. Interplanetary trade bot exchange is not doing so good these days, if I may say so, and in fact is doing rather poorly as well, I might add. Things are not as they were back in the golden age of trade, which was approximately, though not precisely, around 450 of your years ago, in the past before now. With the recent depredations of the Spemen, not to mention their annoying attacks, bought on trading of goods and items has become a difficult proposition to say the least. I might add, and profitable only for ourselves, the Humna Humna, though just barely almost. Approximately about 800 of your years in the past ago, the Lowar and Humanu arrived in this region location and settled, colonized the Cloud area region. Both race peoples were then at that time friendly, to be sure. Certainly you must no doubt be aware that trade information concerning trade is certainly... Oh, I didn't mean to ask them that. No offense, to be sure. No offense, I'm sure. Certainly you must no doubt the trade information... Well, I'm trying to ask about the past. I keep clicking down the wrong number of times. My bad. Well, Commander Person C. McGuire... Yes. I blew my chance to get anything useful by asking about trade twice in a row. When they no longer like us as much as they did because of, you know, whatever. Not trying to buy their trade route maps when we didn't have enough money really just didn't sit well with them. The Humna Humna will give you information, but they won't take American Express. So we'll just go right into asking them about the past. And if that doesn't work, I guess we'll ask them about general information. This is High Commander Shipmaster Ambassador Agrush. It's the same guy. In accordance with the Convention Etiquette of Intergalactic Interspecies Relations Protocol, I hereby and herewith respond with the utmost propriety and decorum to your hail greeting message. It is believed that the Shinium substance stuff was created at which time there was a great supernova that created the cloud. Therefore, and thusly, and furthermore consequently, it is believed to have originated on some planet placed inside the cloud, which probably and most likely the Lowar discovered 700 year cycles ago. Might be suggested as further demonstration of goodwill on your part. 12 units of Shinium, okay. I don't really have a ton of Shinium to spare. They've lowered their shields, though. 400 years periods in the past ago, the Umanu, for no apparent reason which is apparent, then at that time became hostile and, in addition, attacked and destroyed the Lowar who lived with them in the Cloud Nebula, which is often called the Cloud Nebula. Since then, no new Shinium has been forthcoming. Maybe they've kept it all for themselves. Maybe it's a simple economic motive. We Humna Humna us, fortunately having had vast and quite large stores of Shinium substance, managed adequately okay until now, I'm sorry to say, since they are depleted as well. We, us, would of course get more, except the Umanu make this difficult and impossible. If only we had a more potent technology like the Spema creatures. Would you be interested in purchasing the Nagasang route map for 15,000 Shinium pennies? Sure. I don't know if I've got that one. I do now, of course. Previously, prior to and before the Golden Age, there was considerable and substantial controversy over the use of endurium fuel. Then, with the introduction of Shinium, there was, I might mention, and in fact they will, a general ban on endurium. Now the Ganuk race creatures have started using it again once more, notwithstanding this, can you believe? I feel like we've read all of this. Maybe I didn't, maybe I read it when I wasn't on camera. And speaking of the past, which happened a long time ago, what race species inhabit this region in particular and call themselves Legic. They them were peaceful, widespread, and highly advanced, but however we ourselves know little about them because we don't know a lot about them. Legic ruins can be found scattered all over space. Since they are scattered all over space, and some may perhaps positively be found if one were to look searching at these location areas. 6th planet of 10575. Okay, he's given us 3 different sets of... I guess I'll write them down because they don't seem to be popping up in the communications. The downspin route. Oh, I see. Well, now I'll have to get them later. And I will buy that. I'll buy that for $1. The Lowar creatures, who are photosynthetic and also like the Tandaloo, I might mention as an interesting aside worth mentioning, used to study the old ancient Legic. The base center for their studies, which I am talking about at the moment, was on the planet world called Elthar-Esh. Okay, keep going with this line of thought, Humna Humna. Would you be interested in purchasing the cross-cloud route? I think we've already got that one, but I'm not positive. I'll say yes, we might be able to sell it. I don't know. Lowar creatures' studies of the Legic beings greatly intensified and increased, presenting and just before they were destroyed and obliterated by the Human. Us believe they were searching for something that might perhaps have helped them protect themselves in addition. And also as well, we think they almost succeeded, but not quite, needless to say. Please give us a clue as to where on Elthar-Esh to look. There's another race, which is the only other race which is as old as the Legic, and that is the Dweenle, who are a very old race. It's difficult, however, though, getting useful information out of them, which you may have noticed since we have noticed this. Would you be interested in buying the short route map? Yes. That's probably going to make us run out of Shinium pennies, though. Okay, he's done talking to us. Let's see how many of these, there's I think there's a total of 8. How many have we got now? And do we have more than one of any of them? Because I think we already bought the cross cloud and I bought it twice there. Circle route, 1, 2. Wait a minute. Oh, they're out of order. Oh. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, we do have 2 of the cross cloud route though. Crap. Well, this will probably all reorganize itself once we get out of this encounter. So maybe I'll have to do some off-world or off-camera hunting and selling up life forms or something, but yeah, these are not in any kind of real order now. But we've got the short route, cross cloud, downspin, Negsang, cross cloud again, so that doesn't count twice circle. So we've actually got 5 of 8, and we've got 2 of the cross cloud route. And it would be nice if we could sell them, but I don't think we can. They will sell the Flux scan and Vaccinol. Oh, and it's probably time to end the video. Well, let's see if we can buy the Flux scan, and we'll see how much money we've got left over after doing that. And if we've still got a decent amount of money left over, we might try to buy the other artifact. And there's a life form sitting on our ship. It is the crystal sponge plant. That's probably fairly harmless. trade center? There's a trade center. Yes, I want to trade. Yes, people are most happily pleased to do the money bartering in exchange of money and items. Flux scan 24,920. We can definitely afford it. We won't have a ton of money left. But let's go ahead and sell him a little bit of live long. He must warn us he is new at this. Let's try 2 times 18. It'd be 3,600. $500. Sure. We're not going to sell them very much. Probably sell them 3. We've got 10. Then we can buy us the Flux scanner. 24,920. Take it or leave it. 1250. 2272. 1400. He's bringing it down a little bit at a time, I suppose. I feel like I'm moving more than he is with each. That's probably good enough. This is a one-time purchase after all. Okay, folks, so we still got a little bit of money, and we got enough fuel to get us to the Arla, and probably stop off at the Humna Humna. The real question now is, can we buy this other Humna Humna artifact on the way? I want to see if our trade route maps are now in some kind of sensible order. Short route, cross cloud, downspin. The guy's saying no. They continue to be in funky order, but whatever. And we actually need to get off this world to even look and see what the new trade route maps look like. But I want to end the video. So when we come back, folks, we will swing by another Humna Humna world that's nearby. Hopefully, possibly get the chance to buy more trade route maps. More importantly, in my mind, try to get some information on where to search on Elthar-Esh. I was sure that you're supposed to get that from the Humna Humna. Maybe you get it from the Dweenle. Then we're gonna swing up by the Arla while they're still in the Arla phase. Buy an artifact from them. We'll start running out of artifacts to buy after a while. I'll have no choice but to hunt down the plot. And the next thing to happen in the plot, since we chatted with the Ganuk, got a little info out of them, but they don't really talk about that many things. They don't talk about the past at all. So the next thing to do to find out a little bit more about where to search and where to go is to, well, we can go to, we can try to go into the past, but I still don't know exactly where to go once we get there, and it costs a ton of fuel to get there and back safely. Or we can go to the Dweenle and give them a Nidberry bush and see if they'll start telling us more useful information. All that's going to wait for the next video, folks. This has been Mysterious JG. I want to thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye, my friends.